Breaking news! Something is happening inside Allen Park that is sure to spark a heated debate among Detroit Lions fans. A long-awaited return, a major rookie signing, and an unexpected turnaround for a familiar face who is now wearing the opposing team's colors. This update has everyone's feelings in the air. I'll give you all the details on these bombshells that have come out in the last few hours. But before I go any further, make sure you've hit the like button if you've been a Lions fan for over 20 years. If you'd like, comment something like, "Go Lions! Nothing's gonna stop us." I want to start by talking about what may be the most polarizing, yet inspiring, headline. Aidan Hutchinson is back in action. After the devastating leg injury that sidelined him last year, fans have been anxiously awaiting updates on his condition. And finally, General Manager Brad Holmes has broken the silence. According to Holmes, Hutchinson has shown very encouraging mobility, and what stands out is not just his medical progress but his mentality, that rare kind of grit that makes coaches sleep better at night. Holmes praised Hutchinson's attitude, saying his determination and work ethic continue to impress, describing it as full steam ahead. This isn't just about rehab, it's a mission. Now, we've seen the kind of energy Hutch brings to the field, relentless pressure, high football IQ, and sheer willpower. If you've watched any of the offseason videos he's been posting, you'll know that rust may not even be part of the conversation in week 1. The Lions' defense, which showed promise last season, could kick into high gear with Hutchinson not only back, but more motivated than ever. The buzz around Allen Park is real. He's not just coming back, he's looking to dominate. But while one star returns, another arrives. First-round pick Tyreek Williams has officially inked his rookie deal with the Lions, and let's just say, this was not your old-school rookie drama. No holdouts, no drama. A slotted 4-year contract worth $16.48 million, fully guaranteed, including a signing bonus north of $8.6 million. The speed and efficiency of this signing shows the maturity of the Lions front office under Holmes. The team's culture is becoming one of clarity, business-like efficiency, and most importantly, readiness. Williams, selected at pick number 28, is expected to bolster the defensive line immediately, especially with Allen McNeil sidelined until likely late in the season. Whether it's October or more realistically November or December, the Lions will lean heavily on Williams to anchor the line. He's not just filling space, he's expected to create chaos. And in the trenches of the NFC North, that matters more than ever. There's more. Let's talk about Rakestraw. Defensive backs coach Jahmyr Townsend confirmed the plan. Rakestraw will focus on the outside. Last year's injury-plagued campaign didn't allow him to show what he's capable of. But make no mistake, this second-round pick is no project. The Lions need production, and they need it now. Rakestraw's physical traits and mindset suggest he could be the answer to the Lions' cornerback depth issues. It's a gamble, but it could pay off in a big way. On a more somber note, the Lions issued a heartfelt statement following the passing of Indianapolis Colts owner Jahmyr Gibbs. While Irsay's legacy was complicated, the team acknowledged his enduring impact on the NFL and extended condolences to the Colts organization. This moment reminds us all of the human side of the league, beyond the wins, the contracts, the stats. Now, let's stir the pot a bit. Ben Johnson. Yes, the same Ben Johnson who architected the Lions' explosive offense. He's now trying to wear the headset in Chicago, and it's not going smoothly. According to reports, Johnson admitted to early mistakes, including mental errors and pre-snap penalties. He's now learning the hard way what many coaches have before. Being a great coordinator doesn't automatically make you a great head coach. It's about leadership, control, adaptation. Contrast that with Dan Campbell. Remember how they mocked him when he was hired? Not analytical enough, not polished, too emotional. And yet, here he is, leading a culture shift that's made the Lions one of the most cohesive and dangerous teams in the league. Leadership is not about style points. It's about results and relationships. Johnson's got a long road ahead. And Detroit? Well, we're thankful that our house is in order. Still, questions loom. The Lions lost both their offensive and defensive coordinators. They face one of the toughest schedules in the league. Vegas sets the over-under for wins at 10.5. The pressure is real, but betting experts like Matt Lamar are optimistic. The Lions, who tied with the Eagles for the most wins last year, now hold one of the biggest rest advantages in the league. The talent is intact. Injured players are returning. And while the path ahead is brutal, the foundation is solid. So here's the question we'll leave you with for now. Can this Detroit Lions team weather the storm of change, overcome the losses of Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, and take that next step toward a Super Bowl run? Let me know what you think in the comments. If the Lions are going to answer that question with a resounding yes, then it's going to come down to how quickly the team adapts to its new leadership dynamics. Losing both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn isn't just about replacing X's and O's. It's about replacing voices, direction, and vision on both sides of the ball. Johnson, in particular, had become a staple of the Lions' identity, a maestro of unpredictability who turned Jared Goff into a Pro Bowl-level quarterback again and turned Detroit's offense into a top-tier unit. His absence will be felt. The play calling, the situational awareness, the ability to read a defense mid-drive, it can't just be replicated with a playbook. But this is where Dan Campbell's true test begins. The players believe in him. The front office believes in him. And more importantly, Campbell believes in the structure he's built. That belief system will be put to the test this year. We're talking about a team now forced to retool not just plays but philosophies. A new offensive coordinator will bring his own wrinkles, his own vision. Can the team maintain their rhythm while evolving under new guidance? Defensively, the situation isn't much easier. Aaron Glenn, often seen as the fire behind the Lions' grittiest performances, is no longer pacing the sideline. That leaves another leadership vacuum. The question now becomes, who steps up? Can someone from within rise to that level of emotional and strategic leadership? It's clear that Campbell and Holmes are betting on continuity through culture rather than continuity through personnel. And that's a bold gamble. That said, let's talk about what the Lions do have going for them, because it's more than just hope and hype. Jared Goff is settled. There's no quarterback drama, no shadow of uncertainty, no whispers of being replaced. Unlike what Chicago is dealing with a rookie quarterback and a coach under a microscope, Goff and Campbell are locked in. That stability counts for a lot. Then there's the return of key injured players. The idea that the team may have actually improved from last season simply by getting healthier isn't far-fetched. The front office has added depth smartly, with moves like signing Marcus Davenport, who, if he stays healthy, could be a game-changer. And we can't overlook the continued development of young stars like Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown. This team is young, fast, and hungry. Even more fascinating is the Lions' schedule. While yes, it's brutal, third toughest based on preseason win totals, Detroit also enters with the biggest rest edge in the NFL. That means fresher legs, smarter preparation windows, and more recovery time. In a season that promises to test endurance, this advantage could quietly be one of the most important. Now let's not ignore the betting market. Analysts like Matt Lamar are bullish on Detroit. An over-under of 10.5 wins? He thinks the over is not just a smart play, but a strong one. When you consider last year's total and the fact that most of that roster returns with added experience, it's not outlandish to believe this team could hit 11 or even 12 wins. And let's be honest, anything less than a playoff win this year will be viewed as a disappointment. What it all comes down to is execution under pressure. The Lions are no longer the feel-good underdogs. They're the hunted, not the hunters. Expectations are sky high, and with that comes pressure. Can Dan Campbell keep the locker room grounded? Can Goff keep performing at a high level? Will Tyreek Williams be the impact player the defensive line desperately needs him to be? And perhaps most importantly, can this team finally silence all the doubters? The 2025 season is shaping up to be the most pivotal in recent Lions history. The storylines are rich, the stakes are high, and the journey is just beginning. So, Lions fans, the question is yours now. With all the changes, the expectations, and the challenges ahead, do you believe this team is ready to take the leap? If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and stay tuned. There's another video on the screen right now that you do not want to miss.